Hello my dear students, today we are going to see the third unit of tractors and engine systems. Myself Krishnani from the Department of Agricultural Engineering. I am ready with my content. Let's move on to the video. So we are going to see the transmission systems of a tractor and also the various parts. Okay, what is actually it's a speed reducing mechanisms. Okay, actually it's a speed or power transmission mechanism, we can also call it as. So it has a various sequence of gears and shaft. So what will happen? This power will be transmitted to the tractor wheels from the IC engines. Okay. So it has a so this has to be suited. The power has to be given to suit for forward and backward movement of the tractor. Depending on the various field conditions and everything else, it has to be given. So that is, we call it as a transmission system. Okay, not only forward moving, whatever it is. So the complete path of power from the engine to the wheels, we call it as a power train. So functions of power transmission is to transmit power from the engine, as we saw in the previous video, slide to the rear wheels of the tractor, and also to make the reduced speed available to the rear wheels. So what speed is needed for the rear wheels, we will provide that. You can also alter the ratio of the wheel speed and the engine speed, so that for the field conditions you can be able to transmit power through the right angle drive, because the rear crankshaft and rear angle are normally at right angles to each other. So what are the parts? We are going to mainly see about clutch only here. Okay, the other parts will be describing in the next videos, because transmission system is a unit 3. It has various parts. The first one is the clutch, and that alone we are going to discuss in this part. So see, normally when you take this, when you hear this word itself, you can you would have heard this automobile. Everyone will know what is clutch, isn't it? So what is the meaning? Is actually the clutch is referring to something else in crucial conditions, in the sense it's something which is operating based on the base of frictions. Okay, so it's actually a mechanical device. What will happen? It will be allowing the output shaft to be disconnected from the rotating shaft and everything else. For engaging or disengaging, we can use this clutches. So the principle of operation, as I told already, by the friction only. Okay, the stationary surface is brought into contact with the rotating surface. What happens? The stationary surface will also start rotating. So whatever basis, it's everything else will be seeing now. So one of the driving plates, we call it as the flywheel, another we call it as the pressure plate. Now the driven plate is actually the clutch plate. In the sense, we get power from the driving plate. Okay, so it will be everything else, it will be lined with some frictional material. So what happens? It will be mounted on the spline end of the clutch shaft. Okay, the pressure springs will be making to contact with the pressure. It will be making to contact with the clutch plate. Okay, when we are pressing this foot pedal, what will happen? That is, when it is depressed, the pressure plate will be moving away from the pressure of the springs, and it will be lowering the clutch plate, and the clutch plate will become stationary. So this is your engaging and disengaging. So this will be done while you are pressing the foot pedal. Okay, so this will be under your control. So this is the main functions as we discussed. The components we have, it is solid hub type and can be a flexible hub type. It depends. In solid hub design means the hubble plate will be fastened and there will be no movement in the unit, where the flexible means we have springs. So nowadays we are going for flexible only, because it's flexible enough so that we can engagement disengagement is very easy. And facings for friction material can be made as woven, asbestos fibers, or etc. You can weaving threads, or you can woven sheets can also be treated with bonding solutions, and then they can, because this is ordered to improve the efficiency of your clutch plate. Okay, so the pressure plate assembly will have a steel cover, and the pressure plate will be loaded with a number of springs, etc. Okay, and you'll have some eye bolts, and you can adjust your nuts and bolts and everything else. It can be secured by this. The clutch shaft, as I told already, is in the center of the shaft will be smaller than dimensions, because the splined part of the shaft, the clutch disc will be moving. Okay, so plate bearing is provided at the flywheel end. So the release bearing, we call it as thrust bearing also. It will be, clearance will be provided. Okay, so that there will be complete engagement. For this we are going for this release bearings. Okay, so this you can see the diagram. You have a flywheel, you have a driving shaft. Your pressure plate will be the driven shaft, and you will have your pedal. From this you will be operating. Okay, clutch plate, pressure plate, clutch power, the pressure springs, release bearings, the clutch shaft and linkage. So the clutch cover, as you see, it will be bolted to your flywheel, okay, and the clutch plate will be moved on the splined part of the clutch shaft. You can see this clutch plate, okay, it will have a friction lining, etc. Okay, so in between the pressure plate and the clutch cover, the pressure springs will be placed. These are called as release levers. So on the pressing of your on the pedal, you can come out with whatever source, engaging or disengaging, can be done. Thank you.